what time it was. All right, boom, boom. Let's find it on the screen. Sit in the chair. Hello, 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 hello. Happy
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Got it. Tuesday's good.
It's identifies Friday.
Identifying as Friday. Yeah, I know. Because that means I go on a holiday on Sunday.
Let's do that.
Ooh, ah. All right, nobody's watching, so that's all right. I can get my camera set up. Michelle's watching. Michelle, should you be working? No judgment. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Oh, a massive thunderstorm has just hit. So if I lose power, I will pop on back later. Hopefully we'll be good. That feels a little bit weird. There we go. That's better. How are we? I hope you're all doing well. I know it's been a while. I should be popping back in here more often to do lives with you. However, you know, there just doesn't appear to be enough hours in the day. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. But you know, it's called life. All right, still trying to drink my coffee from this morning. Loving that. So today I thought I would show you how to use one of mine and Karsha's all-time favourite products, which are Irresistibles. So, long story short, many of you might not be old enough to remember Heidi Swap used to do some amazing products called, I don't even know what they were called actually. Were they called something special, do you reckon?
I'll look it up and tell you.
Why don't you look that up for me, Karsha? That'd be great. Anyway, so she used to do these fantastic products that did a fabulous resist technique. And I've still got some in my stash and I've been hoarding them. My excitement went absolutely through the moon when Vicky Booton and 49 Market released Irresistibles, and I have to show you how amazing these are. Now we have got Resist. Is that it?
Magic Resist.
Magic Resist, Heidi Swap used to call them.
Colour Magic.
Colour Magic Resist. Colour Magic, that was it. Anyway, so I have got a range of products here that I want to show you, and I want to show you how to use them, because this is an absolute game changer with your creating. There is a reason why I am loving these. So let me tell you what we have here. We've got 4 different sets of rub-ons, 3 by Vicky, and one of them is by, I think, Dennis, which is the Echoes of Time collection. These retail for approximately $21, $22, depending on what the dollar's like, but they are brilliant. You will love them. So I'm going to show you how to use these. We also have the die cut borders. These are pretty cool, and I will have a bit of a play with these as well. The die cut borders are $17.95. Really, really awesome product as well. You've got a packet of 58 pieces. We have got a 72 piece of the Irresistible die cut frames, and they are also $17.95, and they come with, like I said, was that 72 pieces in that packet, so that's a bit of a bargain. And then finally we have got the chipboard printed words, and they're $14.95. I love them. So I'm going to have a bit of a play with all of these today. When they come out of the packet, they're pretty, you know, how you going? A bit boring. So I'm going to have a bit of a play with them using lots and lots of different things. So I have a pile here. I have my little bundle of different things that we're going to try to see what you can use them with. So I have got in here Tombos, what are they called? Scribble sticks. I've got infusions. I've got magicals. I've got some Dina Wakley gloss sprays. I've got some re-inkers for Tim Holtz oxides and inks. The Lindy sprays. Plus I've also got some watercolours, some distress inks and some distress oxides. So let's just get into it, shall we? So these are a little bit, you know, how you going? A little bit boring, a little bit blah. I might do a little zoom up. Little zoom up. Right, that'll do. A little bit of a zoom up. So they look pretty boring, okay? Let's start out by using some distress ink, and I'm just going to use a regular everyday blending tool to show you how the magic works. So all I'm going to do is a bit of this. Now we can see how it's all coming to light. It would have been really helpful if my blending tool was clean, but you know, that didn't happen. And now we have that. So I can take my baby white, give it a little polish back. And it's going to add that nice amount of colour on there. So that's very, very awesome. So that's using the distress ink. Nice, and I do love distress inks. I forget how amazing they are. So that's that ink is going to work also with the rub-ons. Let's pop some rub-ons onto a postcard. Now I know I've got this zoomed up, but let's just commit to it. So rub-ons are so easy to use, guys. Cannot stress this enough. Couple of tips. I'm just going to use one of our postcards, one of our Natalie May scrapbooking postcards. Make some little works of art. So a couple of things I suggest is, oh, these have got some big words. Woohoo. Let's use this. So they're white, they're a bit boring until you separate them with a pair of scissors. Okay, peel the back off and it will, it's kind of like a sticker essentially, right? Laying it onto my postcard. I've probably done it upside down. No, I haven't. And then I'm just using my bone scorer. Oops, sorry about the camera rub. And I'm rubbing it all out, which is why they are called rub-ons. Right, so as I peel it back, I can see the magic unfolding. I can make sure that it's all completely stuck on. I know it's probably not showing up very well on camera, but you'll just have to trust me because the magic's going to come on when we add the ink. Right, done, done, done. Love that. And now you've got this little, can you see it there? Yes, you can. Okay, so let's do this with a, okay, let's do it with a distress oxide this time. I'm going to use a crackling campfire and a fossilized amber, and I'm going to do the fossilized amber first because it's the lighter color. So I'm just using a uniquely creative brush. Ooh. And I'm going to do it at the top because I'm going to add something else down the bottom. And it is creating, it is leaving that resist right there. Now I'm going to add the crackling campfire. Wiping that off. And of course, half the battle is choosing colours that we know are going to go nicely together. So that's why I've chosen orange and yellow. Oh, look at that. Is that showing up on camera, Ella? It is. I know. Sorry about the wobble, guys. All right. I do love that. So there is that beautiful resist. And I'm just going to pop a bit more of the yellow on. Welcome to those of you just tuning in. I'm having a bit of a play this morning with the new Irresistibles by 49 and Market. Loving them. So that is using the rub-ons on one of our postcards with distress oxides. So that looks pretty good. Loving it. So they would look fantastic on cards, all sorts of bits and pieces. So I can now just, if I wanted to, because I can't leave it alone. Sorry, I'm going to pop a bit down the bottom here. Whoops, on camera maybe. And then I'm just going to wipe it over with a baby wipe. Oh, how's that? Happiness indeed. Very, very awesome. So you can now custom your own titles to suit the colour of your project. Very cool. Okay, let's jump on to another product. So let's have a play with the 49 and Market ink. So these ones have been out for a little while. They've just put out a new release. And this time I'm going to use one of the die cut borders. So let's have a play with these. I've got a couple of tubs next to me just to tip them out in, just to keep it a little bit tidy. So just bear with me a second, opening it up, dropping it. Oh, because there's so many pieces, so many pieces. Come on, come out of the packet. And I'm going to take this big paper doily. Okay, I'm going to use a new sponge. Let's go with a blending tool. And I've got two different blues here. So let's, have to excuse the camera wobble. I'll just ink it up on here. So nice and juicy. Round circular motion. Okay. This one is Arctic Blitz. Round circular motion, two different shades of blue together. This is giving it a little bit of depth. I could have added a green in, but I'm after something. Oh, that's so nice. Are you stuck, Ella?
No, I'm good.
Stuck behind me. How good's that? Okay, so that's offered a resist on there as well. So this is just the card. The die cut shapes, really, really nice. So they're fabulous. And of course, they're also going to work with these babies as well, and also with the rub-ons. So we've got those. I can't wait to use these on all of my projects. They're going to be so very cool. Let's take another one of these little, I don't even know what's on this. It's just one of the die cut shapes. So let's take another one here, and I will do just one colour. So I'm just using the blending tool. Nice and juicy, nice amount on here. Oh, look at that. And it's exposing that excellent pattern. Excellent pattern. I'm going to add a different blue. Oh, so good. Look at that. So that's using the 49 and Market inks, a blending tool, and the die cut shapes. So very easy. And that, like I said, that would work really nicely if we were to use it on one of these as well. All right, done, perfect. Let's try something else. Where is my list here? So I've just written out a list to make my life easy. So we've done distress inks, we've done oxides. We can also use re-inkers to paint with them as well. So what I mean by that is if I've just got my little paint palette here and some Salty Ocean, give it a shake. Could could shake that up a bit better. Actually, Ella, I might get you to do that off camera in a minute, is give everything a shake. Because we forget that we can use these straight out of the bottles, don't we? Just going to take a paintbrush. I'm going to take a wider paintbrush. So I've just got my little Art by Marlene brush, and I'm just going to go over the top of this. I'm going to polish it back. Oh, so good. And it still offered that gorgeous resist. So if I could do that on a white piece, we've got a border here. And I'll put, where's the other colour? Here we go. I've got some cracked pistachio. I'll go for a two-tone. Oh, so good. Now, just because I can let that sit and dry by itself, but I'm just going to polish it back, which you don't have to do, but that looks pretty great as well. Okay, so that's the borders. So can you think how amazing it would be to use this within our challenge this month on our creative community, where you just using, what was it? We're using a Natalie May cuttable collage paper, so no, stencil and one other colour. You could do the whole lot out of this stuff. So that would be amazing. All right, so the re-inkers, so easy. And also if you use a paint palette, so easy to clean up. Right, let's get into the next thing. Let's do some scribble sticks. So scribble sticks are really fun. So scribble sticks are the Dina Wakley product. They are a, where's the frames? They are a acrylic paint in a stick. They're not a crayon, however, they work similar to a crayon. So these are the die cut frames, and I'm just going to pull out this guy here. I'm going to leave it all put together. A couple of ways that you can use the crayons. Of course, you can go straight onto here. So I've got peacock and orchid and a nice little table wobble, but you know, oh, note to self, clean the paintbrush. Beautiful. And let's just dip that into water, make that juicy. So it's the same colour as Dina Wakley's gorgeous paints. And of course, this is working beautifully, just like a watercolour would. But because it's acrylic paint, it has that ability to set and then have that fantastic permanency about it that acrylic paint has. And now I can build on it and just let the resist do its thing. So we've got a gorgeous little Polaroid frame there as well. All right, so scribble sticks are definitely going to work. Let's go with, I'll try a raspberry scribble stick here. I'm just dipping it in water off camera. Raspberry and a little bit of orange. I'll use a thinner paintbrush this time, and I'll do one of these little circles. Do a couple of them. Mixing the colours together, making that magic happen. So I can punch these out and I've got them ready to go for any project, which is really cool. Like I said, customise it to suit whatever I'm working on. So nice, subtle pastel sort of colours, which are really, really great. So that is the Dina Wakley scribble sticks with the die cut frames. Love that. Let's put that aside over there. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to do some more rub-ons and show you again, for those of you just tuning in, how to use the rub-ons, because the rub-ons are beautiful. Where are we? Here we go. Here's some I prepared earlier. So I've got some nice little notes here. Let's stick on some, let's stick on this bottom one here, which is a nice big word. Cutting around it. Highly recommend doing it like this so that you have got a surface that you are not going to get any additional transfer on, because that's not a whole lot of fun. That's not overly clean in the background, but you get the picture. Stick it on, essentially it's like a sticker. Rub it down, give it a good amount of pressure. You could use anything. I'm just using my bone folder. And this time I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I might use some Paper Artsy infusions. Oh, peeling it off. Boom, perfect. Can you see how that looks? If I bring it up to camera. So it's on there, it's nice and smooth. Right, Paper Artsy infusions are our beautiful watercolour powders. So, how am I going to use these? Let's give them a little bit of a shake. I'm going to start with slime. I could put some holes in here, which would be the smart thing to do. However, I'm going to do it the messy way. Should have shaken that up a little bit better. Let's just do that. Put the lid back on straight away. Can recommend. Give it a good shake. And I've got a little bit jaded. Oh, it just says a bit jaded, but I feel like I need to add the word a little bit there. So I'm going to sprinkle this on. And I'm wearing a white t-shirt, so this is going to go great. Let's just protect myself. Okay, we ready? Let's activate that powder. Oh, so good. Okay, I can now take my paintbrush. Just going to take a wider paintbrush, and I can spread it out a little. If I wanted to, I can let it sit and dry like that. I can also take some paper towel, and I'm just going to dab off the excess and bring that colour down. Oh, that's super pretty. Okay, so I'm just creating some nice little backgrounds here. I do love that it's picked up that grunginess. That would have been fantastic if I had used it with, put some holes in the top here and given it a shaker. All right, so that is one way of using these guys. Another way is we're going to take a little bit of this, and I'm going to use my paint petal palette. I'm going to use our new spoon. So we've just got some new spoons in. These are $5.95. If it doesn't go in the top here, that's okay. There's no reason why you can't stick the other end in. And I'm just going to dip a little bit into there. Now, I don't need much. That's an excessive amount of blue. Put your lid back on. And then you'll need to use a pipette to activate that powder and turn it into a little watercolour. So add as little or as much as you like. And now I can take my title. So let's choose this word. Now I'm going to give that a stir. Okay, across the top there. So a lot of you I know have purchased infusions in the past, the Paper Artsy infusions. This is one of the ways you can use them. Right, so I'm just going to let that sit for a moment to do its thing, and then I'm just going to dab off a little bit of paper towel Yeah. Punch that out. And I can make this more intense. Julie's just said, thanks Nat, now I know how to use my scribble sticks. Oh my goodness me. You need to do one, you need to do my January class. Was that the mushroom one?
Yeah.
Yeah, where we did our whole page with scribble sticks. So much fun and so effective, and lots of different ways for you to use scribble sticks in that class. So if you haven't done one of my art journal classes online, they are so easy to do. I'm just going to let that sit for a second, have a little soak in, then tap it off so I can intensify that colour. And I've got a really fun or bun, if you want to read it like that, background. So yes, you can do the classes online. You have lifetime access to the online classes. Now I'm about to run out of baby wipes. Of course I am. That's because I'm being a little bit generous with them. All right, so let's have a look and see what we can do next. We can have a play with, oh, here we go. Let's just create a nice little bit of artwork. I can pop that there. We can pop that. We might pop that there. No, we're not. We're going to pop that there. We can pop that there. We can pop that there. So we can create a nice little tag there. All right, let's go with what else is on my list here. Well, I've played with the 49, yep, and the re-inkers work exactly the same. We've played with infusions. Let's do the Dina Wakley Gloss Droppers. Oh, so good. Right. This is the Legit and the Gnarly. So what I'm going to do is just drop a little bit into here and use it like a paint. Now, everybody knows how amazing these are, but what a lot of people find is sometimes the droppers block up. Clean your dropper after you use it and they will not block up. That's my advice. Okay, let's find, we'll use another word. No, we won't. We'll use another one of these guys. And I'm just going to use a paintbrush. Oh, fluoro. This is going to work gorgeous. Bit of Legit. So this is acrylic paint in a glossy liquid form. It is going to dry a little bit differently. And I don't know if this is going to work like I want it to, but you know what I'm like? Better off trying it now with you guys. Now, if you have the Dina Wakley Gloss Sprays and they are still working beautifully, you can certainly spray it onto here. But this is working quite nice, and I think it's going to soak in, and it's going to drip a bit off camera. And I'm just going to let that dry, and I'm going to come back to that and see how the resistor's looking. But I figure if I don't try it, we don't know. All right, let's go with Tombos. Good old Tombow markers, hey? Tombow markers are amazing, 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 amazing. So many different things you can do with Tombow markers. Let's pull out another one of these frames. I love that my background's getting messier and messier here. So, oh, I've still got watercolors to play with too. All right, Tombow markers. Tombow markers people have got, and they forget that they have got them. I'm just going to grab some more baby wipes off my shelf here. Oh, come here. Oh, this is all going to go bad. There we go. Sorry, another pack of baby wipes because I'm going to make a mess now. Okay. Tombow markers, I'm going to use the brush side and I'm just going to get in here. Oh, look at that. Instantly, it resists. Now, if I wanted to, I could baby wipe it back, give it a little polish, but I don't want to do that. That's not going to work. Okay, let's do a half and half. So let's go with that to there. Then I'm going to take a pink, give it a little blendy blend. Oh, is that not just the easiest way of doing it? Like, come on. Look, finger smudge. Finger smudge is helpful. Oh, so good. Okay, I'll bring it up to camera and show you. Am I in the shot, Ella? Yeah. That's pretty good. Rightio. Let's put the lids back on those and then I'll do a couple of other what have I got going on here? A couple of others to show you some variation. Okay, I've got a green and an aqua. Plain finger. Let's give it a little smudge. Love this. By George, I do. Oh, this is easier and a lot less messy. Oh, instant magic. Oh, okay. A clean finger would have been great, but let's commit to the dirty finger. And while it's wet, you can smudge it out and take it up the side, take it up the side. A little bit of a blend, a bit of the green down into here. All right, you can kind of see where we're going there. So that looks pretty great. Totally missed the corners up the top. And I'm loving that. So when we push them out and show you our frames, okay, we can even give those a little bit of a spray with water. Okay, and that now has given us a more intense colour. And I want to dab some of it off. And I can add it to my little resist frame set I've got going on over here in the same sort of colours. All right, we'll staple all of this together later. I'm making a little bit of an artwork here. Okay, so Tombows work. Tombows work with Irresistibles as well, and even in a here with a word, I'll do this one. So I'm going to use a baby wipe just to wipe off the excess. Oh, that's perfect. So as you can see, the colour is only sticking to the areas that don't have that beautiful gloss finish. Okay, so that's working quite nicely as well. Next, sorry Ella, let's go with some Lindy's. Time for some Lindy's action, hence the puppy training pad in the background. I've got a selection here of little banners, tags, and I'm going to spray these with Lindy's. And I'm going to spray them in pink. Gosh, I've got a mess here. Okay, so Lindy's sprays are amazing. We love Lindy's sprays. We have got, we've got a full range. This is the Own It Orchid. This is a flat Fabio with no shimmer, and I'll do one in a moment with the Moon Shadow Mist. So Lindy's sprays come, of course, as a powder. They are a pigment dye-based spray that you need to activate to get to happen. So let's have a go here. Giving it a shake. Spray. Boy, look at that. She's pretty. Right, that's really nice. All right, so now I'm just going to take my paintbrush and I'm just going to spread some of that around a little. So it's dyeing the paper, and I'm just taking off the excess water, and it's leaving that gorgeous resist. Okay, so let's take some paper towel, which is somewhere underneath my baby wipes. Boom, we have some magic happening. So you can see the resist that is left. Okay, love it, love it, love it. And let's do it with the Moon Shadow spray. So the Moon Shadow sprays are the ones that what are we going to use for the Moon Shadow? Let's do the tickets for the Moon Shadow sprays. Let's tear off tickets. So the Moon Shadow sprays are your vintage Lindy's, right? So this one you can see has got an turquoise shimmer and a brown ink. So I need to give that a good shake to make sure that is all activated. And I'm going to shake that with the lid because I haven't got a lid on it. So I put a paper towel around here. Yeah, the Tombow works beautifully on the resist letters. That's so bright and vibrant. I'm just reading the comments as we go. Okay, so I've given it a good shake, and now I'm just going to, look at that, instant vintage. Instant vintage. I'm going to let that just sit for a minute. Actually, I'm going to let that air dry rather than wipe it off. And to make a clean spot, push these to the side, and then I'll get the watercolours out next, hey? Before I do the magicals, because the magicals are really fun and they're my last thing to do. So I'm going to pop those over here, those over here, those over here. And I'm just going to cover up that dirty spot because, you know. Okay, I have got some Ganzai Tambis, and I have got these are the starry colours. So these are the gorgeous goldy shimmer ones. If you haven't got these in your stash, you are absolutely missing out. So I'm just using my Fancy Adelaide water spray, making them nice and juicy. I've got a couple of borders here. Now, I've got a paintbrush. Let's go with red gold. See how that's really, really juicy and really, really drippy? And shimmery. So the paint's only sticking to certain areas, and it's going to dry so pretty. Pop that aside. Let's do it with blue gold. Actually, let's do a letter. Let's do a word. Random pick out of the box. This one says story. I'm going to go with a thinner paintbrush. Okay, am I in camera? Yeah. So this time I'm just going to be a little bit more particular, and I'm going to follow the script a little better. I'm keeping it nice and juicy because I want it to flow. I've coloured outside the lines. I'm okay with that. I'm going to add in a different colour gold at the other end. mix a couple together. Oh, can't wait to use the Irresistibles with some of these in a minute. Oh, with the rub-ons. All right. Okay, just a wet paintbrush now. I'm just going to spread that out, and it is sticking only to. Oh, look at that! It looks foiled. Kasha, this looks so good. This looks so good.
Which one are you doing?
I'm using the Gansai Tambies. Gansai Tambies. Sorry, that's a little bit inappropriate. On Chinese New Year. Okay.
That's my favourite set
Oh,
in the history of ever.
In the history of ever, this one is Kasha's favourite set. Can we bring that up to camera to show you why? Yeah, look at that. And that's just sitting in the irresistible bit. The resistible bit.
And it's fabulous for splatters.
And it's fabulous for splatters. Okay, I've got the big boy Gansai Tambi set here. My set is well used. Kasha, would you like to pick me out another word, please? And I can't get the top off. So this time I'm going to just grab a colour from down here in this section, spraying them with water first, also always very helpful. Did she pick me a word?
Photo. Well, I ran away to get glasses.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. Happy.
Happy. Right, let's make it happy. Punching my bits out. Grabbing a paintbrush. I'm grabbing a thinner paintbrush. And I'm going to use whatever this colour is. Test it first on...
Oh, and they have a little heart.
Test it first on here. Make a little puddle. Yeah, I know, they've got beautiful little hearts there. Keeping it nice and juicy. I'm going to do half and half. I'm going to do blue at the top and green at the bottom, okay? I'm going to make it a two-tone, which is just so easy to do. Look at that colour. Look at that. Oh, this is going to dry so nice. Just gently following the, you know, the bouncing ball, as we like to say. You can follow the marks. Is anyone watching, or am I just playing by myself?
14 people.
Okay, there's a couple of people
Like watching you
Good
play.
on. Always good to check.
With Natalie's busy box. To
What?
keep Natalie busy.
What are you talking about? Oh, I never watched that. What was that show called?
I don't know.
Natalie's Busy Box.
Don't look at me.
You are very distracting this morning. I should not have invited you into this chat. Okay, so now you can see how I'm just letting that puddle in there. Oh, juicy, juicy, juicy. There. And this is just Gansai Tambi watercolours. Of course, you can use any brand of watercolours, but the trick is you need to add the water. All right, so I'm just going to let that air dry because that's going to hopefully work a treat. Missed a bit. Totally missed a bit. Right. See how it is sitting in the channels? Okay, it's really easy to do, and I'm just going to let that air dry. So let's do that now with Magicals. Would you like to take that out of my very incapable hands? So Magicals, so easy to use. Ridiculously easy. I did use them on Saturday. When I taught my online class on Saturday, I used the Magicals to do this same technique and to colour our chipboard words. So a couple of things that you can do is you can take your new little spoon It is what it is, yellow. Don't overthink it, orange. Trust the process, red. And of course, they certainly sound like colours that I've designed, don't they? Oh, big raindrops. Okay. Our new little $5.95 spoon. Don't need very much. Come here. That'll do it. I'm going to put the lids back on like that. And now I'm going to take my pipette, which has a hole in it, which is not very productive, but that's okay. Right, I've activated it. It's going to be super bright, which is exactly what we want. And now I'm going to take another word. There's one. Oh, butterfly. Ooh, and circles. Okay, let's use the butterfly. Butterfly, okay? Butterfly, you can't really see the resist on it. You can kind of see some little bits, but let's get into it. Let's get a slightly bigger paintbrush. This is like a number 12 paintbrush, and I'm going to start with the yellow, so I'm activating my powder. Oh, whoops, ooh, splatter. Oh, so good. Just holding it down with my fingernail. And I'm just now going to spread that around, take it right to the edge. I'm going to use a thinner paintbrush. Oh, I love this. And in a minute, I'm just going to dab off some of this extra colour. Perhaps a little bit too much juicy on this one. Okay, ready? Bit of paper towel. Let's find a clean bit. Magic. Come here. Yeah, make sure you get that on film. Gosh, me struggling with it. That's really cool. Okay, instant butterfly in whatever colour you want it to be. So good. So if we do that with purple, or sorry, let's do it with the blue in here, because I really wanted to showcase a couple of different colours to show you. It's really important that you see that, you know, you don't have to do it with, whoops, wrong end of the spoon. The Magicals, tiny bit of powder there, and that colour is called Just Be Kind Cobalt. And then you've got Commit to It Teal. All right, spoon, currently available on nataliemay.com.au for a small investment of only $5.95. Right, a couple of colours here. I've got a thin paintbrush. I'm going to go with the thin one again. The cobalt's really bold. Get in here. Let's do this messy. Let's not make it perfect. Let's be messy. Let's put the navy blue at the bottom. I'm going to flip it just for ease, so I can get that ombre look. Ombre. Okay, just going to let that sit for a sec. Love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it to bits. And of course, being Lindy's, I can make it more powerful if I wanted. I can go back in and build on it and build on that colour. I can do that with Lindy's. It may not be as effective with watercolours, because watercolours will reactivate it again. This is why we love Lindy's so, so very much. Okay? Get in there. Get in there. Make it good, make it fabulous. I'm just going to dab off the... And do you want me to do a sprinkle and spritz? Do you think I should do that?
Yes.
Yes. Should I do that with a rub-on? Yes. Yes is the answer. I want to use this rub-on. Oh, see this one here? This one looks really cool. Where's that? Can't get it out of the packet. Oh, here it is. Oh, the mess. Okay, hang on. This is just ridiculous. So let's just make sure I've got some lids on something before I move anything. So for those of you just tuning in, I'm having a play with the brand new 49 and Market Irresistibles, and we have made a huge mess, and I'll do a little zoom out in a moment and show you, oh actually you know what, there's some other really cool things on this one. I'll show you some of the things that I have done, some of the different techniques that I've done, and you can certainly see. Oh, let's just use that whole thing. Okay, so the rub-ons are amazing, and there's like 4 different designs in the rub-ons. Love that. Okay, I've got one of my postcards. Going to turn it over. I'm going to pop that straight onto there. Okay, and now I'm going to use my bone folder to press it down. So essentially, rub-ons are... They've been around for such a long time. The quality of them has gotten so much better. They very much act like stickers, which we love. So they just go on nice and smooth. You really cannot get it wrong. Now I'm just going to peel this up and hope that I've got all the bits. Now the cool thing is, if you don't have all the bits, you can just push it down again. You watch it as you lift it to make sure that you've got it all. Missed a bit there. Look at that. Let's bring it up to camera. Look at that, straight on there. I mean, it's pretty cool like that. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little because it's going to make a bit of a mess. Messier. Okay, sprinkle and spritz. So I'm going to use a fan brush. So you can use any sort of dry paintbrush. In fact, it doesn't have to be a fan brush. Let's just go with this dry paintbrush. Dip it in. Go low, watch out for any air conditioners going in the room, which I currently have going. And a little bit goes a long way. I do put the lids back on intentionally because this stuff can spread if you accidentally tip it on the floor and let your cute little bulldog puppy run through it. Just saying from experience, it's not pretty. It is what it is, yellow. And some highlights of Just Be Kind Cobalt. Again, I know this is going to look okay because I'm using colours that are all alongside each other on the colour wheel. All right, are we ready for this? Water spray bottle. I've got some more of these bottles in transit too, by the way, if you're wanting one. And I'm just going to put up my little protecting thing again because I'm wearing a white t-shirt. And activate. I mean, come on. I just got blue on my butterfly, didn't I?
Yes.
Where did this orange come from? Well, this orange that's here and this pink have come in because to get the shade of yellow that I wanted, we had to add some orange. Oh, that's so good. In fact, I don't want to touch it. I'm just going to let that air dry. So really, really awesome effect. And I'll take some photos of these and do some little zoom up later to show you some of these things. Okay, so those of you just tuning in, I'm just going to do a quick little recap and zoom out. Let's check out the mess, guys. Whoops. Oh, it's good. It's very good. And show you what we have been doing here because it is incredible. We've been playing with the brand new products from 49 and Market. We have got I've got a mess here of them. So we have got the chipboard words, which come as white words. And of course, what can we do with them? Can we just have a moment for the gold? Can we have a moment for how gorgeous this gold is? That is stunning. So that's using the gold starry Gansai Tambis. And I didn't wipe this one over, but let's tidy that up a bit. Oh, and that's got a gorgeous vintage vibe to it now. Stunning. So that's beautiful. So we've got borders, we've got chipboard words, we've got all sorts. I use the Lindy sprays. Can you see how that's resisted? Of course, it's still wet. But see the shimmer sitting on top there? That beautiful green shimmer. Stunning. We've used the gloss sprays from Dina Wakley. So they are a lot more intense. I can still see the resist, but it's nowhere near as strong. What did I use here? I think on this one, I used the 49 and Market dye inks and a blending tool. So that's pretty amazing. This is gorgeous. Can we just check out, look at this. This one, these are the die cut frames. Tombos, Tombow markers. Like, come on, Tombow markers. How easy. Both of those, Tombow markers. Hang on, and I've got a little star here. Okay, Tombow markers. Perfect. Magicals. Painted on. Just ignore the blue bit. Let me put my fingernail over it. You'll never know. What do we do with this one? Lindy's sprays were used with this one. Oh, this one's still drying, but it is lovely. Lovely. It is absolutely lovely. So this is the Lindy's in the Just Be Kind Cobalt and Commit to It Teal painted on. So that's still drying. All right, here we go. Okay. Tombow, Tombow. Look how vibrant that is still. Tombow on the frame, infusions on the background. This one I've done, I can't even remember what I did on that one. Oh, I just used oxide re-inkers on that one. And you can see how amazing that resist is. Distress oxides. Okay, distress oxides, stunning, love it. Okay, you cannot go wrong with this. It is just so easy. And if you do decide, you know what, I have gone wrong with this, because you're only human, it's easy enough. Let me just do this up close again just to show you. So I'm going to do two colours here with the Distress Oxides, Twisted Citron and Rustic Wilderness. So colours that most of you have got in your stash. And I've just got a little, where is it? Here we go. My little Altenew blending tool, which I've had forever and ever. Okay. Nice and juicy. Up to camera. Let's go. Polish it on. Okay. The other colour down the bottom. All right, well, that's not doing very much. It looks pretty boring, doesn't it? But grab a baby wipe. Oh, hang on. I took it all off. Ha! Okay, don't wipe that hard. Go again. Maybe let it dry a little bit. Okay. Now there we go. Maybe dab, not wipe, Natalie. See? Even I make big, fat, juicy mistakes. But, come on. I fixed it. It's done. It's easy. It's gorgeous. I really like that. Take note. Wasn't difficult. So the best thing about this whole thing is that you can customize to suit whatever colors you like. There's so many really, really awesome things in the collection. You have got we've got the die cut irresistible frames. Okay, we have got, and these ones price wise, let's have a look here. Irresistible die cut frames, $17.95 for a pack of 72. That's a bit of a bargain. We have got the chipboard words, which I was playing with a minute ago. So the chipboard words are $14.95. They're a pack of 36. You have got the packs of rub-ons. Like there's 4 different sorts of rub-ons. 3 designed by Vicky Bouton. One of them is the Echoes of Time, which has got these gorgeous cogs and bits and pieces on it. Really, really stunning. They're around the $21 each, and there's 3 sheets in all of them. So they're very, very cool.
And don't forget the 49 market inks match the papers, so you can literally match what you want.
Okay, so Kasia just said, don't forget that the 49 market inks match the paper collections. So for example, the new Timber and Tweed just came out, and this goes with it, and this goes with it. They're designed to go with it. And then they've got some amazing bits and pieces that go with it as well, in the way of embellishments and whatnot. And oh my God, I mean, can you imagine how good that would look with it? Look at that shimmer sitting on top of it. Love it. So there's so many amazing things that you can do. You've just got to stop, have a moment. I think the Tombos could be my fave. The Tombos are stunning with it. But yeah, you could easily just, let's just do the Tombos again, because I've got nothing else I could be doing other than hanging out with you guys. Tombos. I mean, come on. Just going to do that with a clean finger. Does that get any easier? Look at that resist. Look at that resist. Boom. Tombos. Magic. Hey, and yes, I could be a bit of a smarty pants and wet them and, you know, make them more vibrant and a bit more watercolory, because that's what Tombos can do. But I really love these products. So invest, get them in your life. You know you want them. The rub-ons, amazing. Okay, the die cut tickets and tags, ephemera, the chipboard words, the whole lot. You can get it all online at nataliemay.com.au, where everything is that I have shown you today. Right, guys, that's enough from me. I'm just going to sit here and colour things in for the next hour or so, just to annoy everyone, because I could be doing some other things. But no, I'm not. I'm going to go clean up. You guys have a fabulous Tuesday, and I can't wait to chat to you all online soon. See you later.